Hi, this is Self-Discovery Support. This is a themed reading for all viewers and is meant to help you reflect on your own situation. The reading may contain images of nudity and is only intended for those that are 18 plus. It's best to view this reading as a storyline rather than destiny. For the clarity you seek, listen for what either resonates or agitates. Then you will understand your thoughts and feelings more. Time codes and info about me and this reading is in the description box. Alright, so let's get started. I shuffled and pulled an oracle message to set the theme for this reading, and we got the holding back card. This says, I should have expressed myself better. Okay, so we're gonna look at fire, earth, air, and water signs to see what comes up for each of you. All right, so let's get into it. Check the time codes for your sign, or you can watch through whatever is your sun, moon, rising, Venus, etc., or you can cross watch. Alright, what is this? Let's do fire signs first. Holding back. What's happening in fire signs connection with this holding back energy? Three of Shells. Queen of Shells. Alright, so for fire signs, it could feel like we do have 10 of Feathers in hidden energy. It feels like clearly with the 10 of Feathers, there is a connection that you feel strongly about. This queen here is one that loves deeply, and with this 3 wants to connect, wants to have things come together. But with the 10, it feels like it's not happening. Yeah, this is almost like not illusion. Why did I say that? Well, that could be important, but dissolving a connection that is there. But it does feel like whatever happens, feelings are still there. So somebody who's saying I should have expressed myself better could be the person that we're seeing here who still holds feelings, still holds a sense of care, and probably does want something like a coming together connection to happen. This could feel like what is happening here. So if there's someone that you have had some kind of ending with, this is what we're seeing here. Ace of Roses, 10 of Shells. Okay, this is like a lot of positive cards here, and with the ultimate, the Lovers in the hidden energy, this is definitely somebody that you probably felt quite connected to, and there were choices made. I want to see like why it ended, but because it feels like there is a new opportunity here rolling around. Either, I don't know if it feels like it's you that wants to offer this, but do put yourself in the position in the reading that makes most sense to you. But somebody in this feels like they are ready, they're open. 10 of Shells is like total understanding that you can have happiness with this person, and therefore you're going to create the opportunity to have that. I want to just quickly check why this ended. Justice. Okay, something was imbalanced in this connection. It feels like there wasn't like equal give and take. 2 of Roses could feel like yeah, the energy that was being given to this wasn't fair in terms of there was a sense of hot and cold, in and out, inconsistent energy somebody felt. So maybe if it's this queen that is no longer in the picture, just know that the feeling is still there. So that is what we have for fire signs. Let's get some advice for you though. Let me get you some advice. Fire signs. 4 of shells. 4 of feathers. Okay, so 2 4s here. 4 of cups. 4 of swords. It's not being satisfied, therefore we're taking a rest. And there's 4 of roses here as well. There's just like a lot of like solid how to say, like a lot of like almost like nothing's happening, like stability is needed, nothing's happening. 444 is a number that comes up here. You do not need to defend the validity of your choices. It only introduces self-doubt. So fire signs, if you feel like maybe you're overthinking or you're letting other things factor into this that maybe are belief based, maybe feelings based, this is asking you to maybe think about that. Think about the validity of your choices in terms of, I almost think about like giving yourself evidence for what's happening, the choices that you're making, because as you see in this other person in the picture, I don't know, that could be you, but there's whoever is here, there is a lot of feeling in this, and there's clearly like this dissatisfaction that you're feeling. Often the 4 of cups has somebody being given a new opportunity, and with the 4 of feathers here, it's like there's been a break. Maybe you can take the new cup or create that new cup to restore this situation. So that's what we have for you, fire signs. I'm hoping that helps. All right, so let's do earth signs. And we're talking about holding back. I should have expressed myself better. All right, let's see what's happening for earth signs with this holding back energy. 9 of feathers. Knight of roses. I did see the Fool as well. Okay, so this feels like anxiety about the steadiness of this situation. I think what this person is holding back is this. I feel like that hesitation that you're hearing, I think, is a part of this. This is somebody who is, I feel like, nervous about really taking that leap to commit to this, because we do have Knight of Candles energy here. This is somebody that maybe is much more comfortable with like impulsive energy, and the thing is that it feels like there's an understanding that that's not necessarily appropriate in this situation with you, and therefore it feels like, because how how do I describe this? This energy is steady, consistent. Maybe that is not a kind of natural way of being for this person, and it would take effort. So it's like somebody knowing that they would have to do that in order to show up here. Yeah, and also maybe it's like someone understanding that the way that they approached a situation before, this is the Judgment card, was much more like, look at this energy, like highly impulsive, maybe even sexual, and you weren't on the same page, it didn't feel like, with this. And so I feel like somebody's understanding that and then seeing like what they would have to do to improve this. Let's get some more. Yeah, there's a real, like, almost like the energy is not consistent here. Yeah, so it's like this state of imbalance is something that wants to be changed. It's like somebody has understood that here. And it come up with the Page of Candles again. We're using the Erotic Tarot, and it's pretty there's a lot of nudity, as I've said. So yeah, there's this person, okay, this is the thing, and I'm feeling like I'm embodying that energy. This is somebody that, as we've said, is a little bit impulsive. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, because there's a lot of fiery energy coming up here, focused on like being validated, being seen, being successful in this connection, rather than with an earth sign. It can be that you need to be steady, need to be a little bit more consistent. And so it's somebody understanding that, oh, maybe my approach needs to be adjusted, and I feel like this has not occurred to this person before. So that could be that I should have expressed myself better, because almost it feels like they felt like they were seen as not what they intended. So even if this person wanted something long term, it feels like they weren't, because of how they showed up, they were not received in that way, and they're understanding now what was the issue. And that's the whole thing about expressing themselves more clearly. All right, so let's get advice for you. 3 of Roses, Temperance. Okay, so there's a sense that you two can work together, because now that this person has understood, that's all it kind of took, is to have that kind of understanding of, oh, this is the dynamic that we have in this situation, not I should use my approach and that's the one hammer that I can use for every nail, if that makes sense. But it's like somebody is coming into balance, and you can have that. You can manage to have that as well. Let's get some advice on top of that with a decoding card. Learn to trust yourself. Carve your own path instead of following someone else's. So I read this as kind of becoming more sure in how you feel. So this Knight of Wands, Page of Wands energy can be very overpowering or pushy. I got that feeling. And it's almost like you also saying, well, I can succumb to this. I can give in to your way of doing things. But it should really be a compromise. It should really be, I should also be heard as well, is kind of, yeah, that's the thought. All right, so Earth signs, this has been your reading. I'm hoping you enjoyed that. Do like, comment, and subscribe if you did. All right, let's move on to air signs. right, air signs, we are looking at holding back this message of I should have expressed myself better. All right. For air signs in your situation, tell us about the holding back energy. Knight of Roses, Page of Shells. I remind you all that this deck has a lot of nudity, as I cautioned you about earlier. This is erotic tarot. All right, so Knight of Roses, Page of Shells. Some of you could be dealing with we do have water sign and earth signs here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It feels like the thing that somebody was holding back was maybe how excited they were about being in connection with you. Or they are. I don't know if you still are. It will come up, but it feels like the person here is like, this is someone that is probably very reliable, very even-tempered, but I feel like this is a part that was being, this is the energy that was being that was held back, is how interested this person was in you. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, strong like earth energy here. This person would have been very interested in working things out with you. I don't know. Let's see some more to see what's happening here. The High Priest. That's such a crazy card, isn't it? The High Priest. The Star. Yeah, it feels like with the Star here, there is an energy of desiring this connection and also wanting to heal it. Three of Shells in hidden energy. So yeah, it feels like what was being held back was, on this side you always see like a very fixed energy, very conservative, very stable, steady energy, and then on this side you have like the dreams being expressed. Page of Shells here. Yeah, it's like you didn't, well, I think that's what you probably didn't know, air signs, is that this person was actually really interested, even if they came off as very maybe steady, reserved, withheld, even conservative, that there was a desire here. And yeah, Three of Shells, someone is very interested in connecting. I want to get advice for you. Ace of Roses. A lot of earth energy. A lot. Ten of Candles. Alright, so the Ten of Candles here can talk about persevering, because there is an opportunity here. It's not like, it's like unfinished. It's like giving up before it's time, in a way. There is an opportunity to persevere, in a way. So let me draw a decoding card as well. Which one should I get? The anxiety card. Okay. It says your defensiveness is affecting your relationships. Consider if you are overreacting to criticism. Alright, so it feels like there's something here. I don't know, like, it feels like something happened. Like there's, maybe you have drawn your boundaries, drawn your barriers to this person, because it feels like maybe you thought they withheld. Maybe you thought that they were being too slow. Maybe you thought that they weren't, I don't know, expressing or emoting enough. Whatever it is, and you receive that as criticism, but maybe it's taking into account that the other person is different from you, and for some people just showing up and being consistent and being steady is their interest being shown. And for some people, that's just not enough. Like for some people, you need to communicate. So it has to be a kind of middle ground and discussion. So that's when you'll know if maybe you can take this into consideration again. Alright, air signs, I hope that has been helpful. Please do like, comment, and subscribe if you found this useful. And I hope to see you here in another reading. Alright, take care. Alright, so we're gonna do water signs now. We're using the erotic tarot. So as cautioned earlier, there will be nudity here. All right. And we're talking about the holding back energy. Somebody that you're connected to that says, I should have expressed myself better. Tell us about water signs and this holding back energy. Oh my God. This is the third time that this has come out for the decks, and the second time it's come out in this position. Okay. Nine of Roses. The energies are like really mixed. It feels like, and you heard me, I was shuffling. Okay, so first water signs, you could be dealing with an earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. In particular, Virgo, strong Virgo energy here. Or you could have that in your chart. This is somebody that... This just feels like a very steady energy. So I don't know if you guys watch the I would tell you to watch the air sign reading that just went before this, because it's kind of the same thing, which is like there's somebody here that's very steady, consistent, reliable, and that's how they show their affection in a way, because this person is very independent, and that could feel like, yeah, it's like that's their way of if they're gonna build something with somebody, it feels like they need a lot of independence and they need time. Okay, that's something. All right, let's get some more and see what else is here. The High Priest, again in the same position after shuffling. Ace of Roses. Yeah, this person is very steady. Like this person has a very consistent energy and maybe is very interested in commitment. I don't know if they show that to you, but the thing you also have to consider is that this person comes up as Nine of Pentacles, which is very independent, self-reliant. So maybe they're not used to they're not used to maybe like relying on others or having that kind of exchange. I do see the Moon with the King of Roses. This is someone who is not really, this is someone who takes care of others, but it's like they're also quite yeah, okay, I'm gonna show you these 4 cards. Now we have the Moon first, right? That's important, but I'm gonna show you these cards. This is who we're talking about. This is somebody who takes care of themselves, maybe a business person or just a very reliable and someone you can rely on. someone who also might withhold a lot of their thoughts, but you know, they're very internal. Someone who is the Emperor, so in control of their life. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's not that they're not interested, because the Emperor comes out right next to the Empress, which, and in this time they're facing each other. So it feels like, water signs, this could have been a situation, maybe you got frustrated with somebody, or maybe you worry that like you're not moving at the same pace, or yeah, there's just some kind of worry that you have. But like, this person seems very solid. The whole reading has been someone who's very solid, but they're gonna take their time. That's the thing, they're gonna take their time. So if you are feeling a little bit anxious about that, the Emperor facing the Empress, like, couldn't ask for more. Intentions are good. The intentions are good. King of Roses, this person comes up as King of Roses first. So that is Taurus. We have Taurus here again. We do have Aries, but we also have Aquarius. And we did have like Virgo energy. Now the moon here, so the issue here is that you don't see this, you don't know all of this, and that is probably because of this person's the withholding, or the way that I don't feel like they're disclosing everything, or maybe they're generally not a communicative person. So I think that puts you in your worries a little bit. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this helps, but let's get some advice for you. Advice for water signs. Page of Shells, watery energy, 9 of Shells. Alright, so it's asking you, it's on the back of like 10 of Roses, so this is like solid energy. There is going to be abundance that comes in this situation. Next to the Knight of Shells, so yeah, somebody that does have feelings, somebody that is interested. 6 of Roses under that, which is like giving. 6 of Pentacles, interested in reciprocation. There's nothing here that is something to fear. Page of Shells with the 9 is kind of like putting yourself in a place where you can reconnect to the more playful energy in this. Kind of remember the things about this situation that made you happy, made you pleased. And there's something I want to say about any anxiety you might be having. I'm gonna get you a decoding card. It says, learn to trust yourself, carve your own path instead of following someone else's. Alright, so I think this is talking about, you may have an intuitive feeling because you're connected to this person, like you know who they are. And I'm not talking about really connections that feel bad. I'm talking about if you know that this person feels trustworthy, but it's not on your pace, or whatever is not up to the expectation you had. Go back to the intuitive feeling, especially as a water sign. You can rely on that. And you also have to, maybe with this person, you're going to have to develop a kind of independence of your own thoughts, because this person is so independent, probably clearly has a lot of things on their plate. But I do see the intention looks good. Now, of course, rely on your intuition for that. Alright, so water signs, this was your reading. If you did like this, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you on another reading. Alright, so this reading is over, and we will resume another reading at another time. Take care, all.